Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to calculate how many troops to use for conquers or raids. There are two different ways and desired outcomes for raiding and or conquering. I'm going to show you and explain both reasons to use certain numbers of troops. What this calculator is, what this formula or calculation that I'm mainly going to be showing you today is how to get the most attack points from the conqueror, as well as using the fewest number of troops, attacking troops, without losses of your main forces. As you can see on the right here, I have a report set up from a conquer that I did, and let me go through some of the basics and then I'll explain the report and how that is going to be useful to us. Okay, so to calculate the minimum number of troops you would need to conquer an overwhelming level 10 or really any level monster, you need to know the following things. Number one, the number of free rounds or rounds desired. RD is what we will represent that as. So this basically represents, you could say, the number of bumps that you want to use. Speed bumps is another concept I'll go over in another video. I know certain people have been requesting that one, and it will be coming. I just want to get it just right. This calculator can help to get people on the road to understanding how the mechanics of the speed bumps work as well. So number of free rounds or rounds desired will be represented by the letters RD. Second thing we need to know, number two, is the damage per unit caused by your army. Which we will represent with the letters DPU. That's a calculation in itself that we will go over in a little while. Number three, you need to know the number of hit points of the monster you are conquering, which will be represented by the letters HP. Number four, you need to know the max size of the mob you are conquering, which we will represent with SZ, or Z for my non-American players. So the maximum mob size, if you're conquering overwhelming level 10 monsters, most monsters overwhelming level 10, not all will be overwhelming level 10, but overwhelming level 10 monsters max out at 4.2 million. So if that's what you're conquering, that's what the mob size number is going to be. If you're conquering innumerable, you're going to use the number 4,000. So back to the calculator. So those are the four things you need to know, and it makes this formula TN, or total number of attacking monsters equals hit points times size divided by damage per unit times rounds desired, or number of bumps. So the next thing we need to know is calculating the DPU. So what we need to do here to figure out what the damage per unit is we need to send out a raid or a conquer. A raid works well because you're not using very much health doing so, but a conquer will capture you monsters, and that is always a good thing. Plus it'll capture you gold and food. In the particular conquer I did, I sent 28 million lizards plus 2 bumps at a overwhelming level 10 Black Widow. The reason I like to do that, and here you go, is one of the reasons to send many troops. If you are after gold and food, if you send 25 million or more lizards, you will max out the gold and food, as you can see in the number here. It's totally maxed out at, what is that, 10 million gold, 10 million food. That's one good way to get gold and food. However, I do believe if you're to do that raiding, I haven't actually done the calculations as far as it goes with gems, but likely it's still cheaper to buy your gold and food on the market than it is to use health on raids to get just gold and food, when you could be using the health doing conquerors to get attack points and monsters captured. So in this scenario, and keep in mind here that I've used an attack potion at all times. I have an attack potion running, so all these numbers that I'm showing you here include an attack potion. We attacked Black Widows, so I sent 28 million lizards, because it doesn't matter what the number is. Send whatever number, something that you know is going to defeat the overwhelmings, because the idea is to find out what our attack points, what damage per lizard we did against the Black Widows. Okay, so once your conquer has returned, open the report, which I have here, and we're going to look for the first instance where your army attacked, and you want to look at the damage in that round. So I'm just going to scroll up a little here. I sent so many that it was one round. As you can see, my lizard killed them all. This attack number is the damage that my lizards did. So what we want to do to calculate the DPU is to divide the damage done by the number of monsters sent. So in this particular case, again referring to our report here, my lizards did 2,189,196,488 damage, or attack points, whatever you want to call it. And we want to divide that number by the 28 million that I sent. Okay, we're gonna pull out our trusty calculator here. And we're gonna divide 2,189,196,488 divided by 28,000,000. That equals this big number. Okay, so we're going to take that number here. Let me just put my calculator up here for a second. And this is our DPU, then equals 78.185588857142857. Now you can likely round the numbers. You can be as precise or imprecise as you want. Ultimately, in the big numbers that we're talking about using, you're going to be able to get away with rounding it to the nearest, thousandth, maybe even just rounding it up or down. You could probably use 78 in this particular case and see not so much variation. I like to be pretty precise. If you can't tell, I'm math anal like that. So there you go, getting to know me. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and calculate the total number of monsters we're going to need. Because as you can see in our report over here, I got a lot of reputation, which is one of the great reasons to be conquering Black Widows. Got a small attack experience number though, because I use so many lizards. So to bring that attack number up, we want to use as few lizards as possibly needed. Now the golden food they'll bring back will be less, but that's not what we're after. We're after attack points and captives. And on the Freedom server, the captives are going to be 20%, I believe, of the 20% of the total number of monsters you ended up facing. In this case, 3.3 million Black Widows faced my 28 million lizards, and I captured 664,000 Black Widows. So, to calculate the minimum number of lizards we need,